Um, it is June 3rd at the time I'm recording this, and you might be wondering why I'm filming this so early when this video isn't going to go up until July 1st. Well, that is because this Wednesday I am leaving to go to Europe. I will be in the UK for 5 weeks doing a theater program. So I will probably not have time to film a video, so I'm doing that now. So last month I explored Etsy Psychics, um, and because of that, it occurred to me that I had not done a spell jar in a while. I did a love spell jar, and I am still single, and I did a sleep spell jar, and then I got diagnosed with a autoimmune disorder that, among other symptoms, causes chronic fatigue. So one didn't work, and I guess the other one worked too well. So I'm hoping to get it right where it's supposed to be this time, but we'll see what happens. So today I decided to make a happiness spell jar because it's the stuff that I already had the materials for, and happiness is a good thing. So let's get started. First, I have my computer for the instructions. I have the paper to write my little thing on. I haven't decided what I'm going to write yet. I probably should have done that. Yeah. I have a candle, a yellow candle, so that I can seal the jar with wax when I'm done. I've got all this stuff, which is to put in the spell jar. And then I have the spell jar. This time, I'm using an empty Yankee Candle spell jar. So this will be very exciting. I have a cool little lighter that I got for Christmas to light the candle. I feel like the doctor. Anyway, this wick is super long. Am I supposed to trim it? I'm just gonna fold it in half. Is the wick gonna light for me now? Yes. So we're just gonna let that simmer. Oh, I also have some paper towels to cover the table for when actually, let me just put that down now. It was mostly for when I pour the candle wax in, but I guess I could spill the honey or something. Now let's see what we're putting in this thing and why. All right, the first thing we're gonna put in is honey for a sweet life. Oh wait, I need to write my thing down. I lied to you. I made it green because green apparently represents abundance. So I made I made this. I'm not sure if it's super obvious from looking at it, but it's recycled paper and I made it and I'm so proud of it. I tried to see if I could scent the paper by putting essential oil in like the pulp mix. I don't think it worked, but I tried. I did my best, and that's all anyone can ask of me. What should I write? I live a happy life. Should probably add more, huh? I am lucky. I should have planned this out beforehand. I'm lucky and prosperous. That's such a fun word. Cool. I think with the last ones, I just put in the part of it that has the writing on it. Perfect. And I'll just roll that up. I'm just kidding, I don't smoke. Okay, how do I want to do this? I think I'll go ahead and put this in the bottom of the jar. Let me like make sure it's like tightly rolled. Like I said, I don't smoke, so I'm not really sure how you do this. And then we'll just plop it down here, and I guess we'll just coat it in honey. And honey, as I said earlier, is for a sweet life. We're just gonna, it's a big jar, so I can be a little generous with the ingredients. That feels like enough though. Awesome. What should I do next? Does it matter what order I put stuff in? I like wrote down the ingredients, but not what order I should do it in. Let's do lavender next. Lavender we've used before, and for the sake of this spell jar, it represents peace and mental health. So, and it smells nice too. Of course, when I seal the jar, that is not going to matter. I don't know if it matters, but I'm trying to get like an even layer of stuff. A little more. Your mental health can never be too good, right? Yeah, just a little more. It smells good. It smells like honey and lavender. What's next? Cinnamon for success and victory. So I've got a cinnamon stick, and I'm not sure how to put this in because it kind of, will it fit? It will, but I'm gonna need to stick it into the honey. Okay, we're gonna have to work around this, but we will. I'll put in the amethyst next because I'll stick it like right there. The amethyst is for aura protection. It's gonna protect my aura. So we'll stick it right there, right on the side. Let's do the lily flower next. The lilies represent physical health. So maybe it'll make my Crohn's disease go away. Ooh, these are fragrant. Strong scent for a dried flower. I don't think I'll need that much either because it's not as small as the lavender buds. That's gonna be plenty, yeah. How do I make it lay flat? There's others. Sure, yeah, fine. I will do the jasmine flowers next. Sure, jasmine represents luck. Let's see how strong this smell is. Smells like tea. Will this close with the lid? Oh no. Ah, it still will. Okay. I was worried for a second. How much is this melted? Not enough. I think this was a good choice to do the lily and the jasmine back to back because the jasmine is filling in the like spots left by the lily. Oh, I dropped one. Okay, I'm a little nervous because we're almost done with all the ingredients I have and the candle is not melted enough, so we're gonna see what happens. Next we've got citrine. I've got this little jar which represents prosperity and success. There's no way you're gonna be able to see this from outside the jar, but I still feel a moral obligation. I'm just gonna put all of this in because it's a tiny little bottle. Oh, you can kind of see it from the sides. I wonder if this would make like good mead. Probably not, but I don't know how you make mead, so. Should I have cleansed the jar before I did this? I feel like I didn't with the last two jars. Maybe that's why they didn't work perfectly, but. Alright, this is the last of it. How much of the citrine can you see from the side of the jar? I'm sure you can't see anything on the camera right now, but you can kind of see like little bits of it on the sides. Okay. And finally, we've got the rose buds and the rose petals, which represent self-love. I probably could have guessed that, but I'll probably just fill this all the way to the top. And these smell nice. The lilies smelled strong. I don't think fresh lily normally smells like that. I'd also never considered, before I started this series, if using dried flowers as opposed to fresh flowers was going to impact the result at all. Probably should have researched that. That seems like a pretty crucial detail, but we're kind of past that point now. Problem with fresh stuff is that it doesn't stay fresh forever, so if I wanted to get fresh flowers for each spell jar, I would have to like procure them the day of or within like a couple days, whereas opposed to this, I can just kind of buy in bulk and do whatever whenever I need to. Still not enough. All right, this seems like a good jar. Now we have to seal it. So how are we gonna do this? Oh, I don't like all that smoke. Oh. Okay, more got on the paper towel than on the jar, but that was just a first try. Maybe I should just start by pouring some on top. Oh dear. Okay. I think I need a new strategy. I don't know what that's gonna be yet, but we will brainstorm. I guess if I did this for a long enough time, it would eventually work. Do I need to put down another layer of paper towel? I believe I do. Okay. Cool. I left my wax seal kit at like back at school. Like I left it in a storage locker. So I wanted to try a candle. Plus it looks like everyone else uses a candle. So I thought that that was like what I was supposed to do. I guess this doesn't seem that much more difficult than the wax seal was. Maybe this just is a difficult part of the process. I feel like the pouring from the top gives a more aesthetically pleasing look, but I feel like I need to get the line because that's what seals it, right? I got a little on the line. I feel like I need like a giant vat so I can like dip it. You know what I mean? Like I think that's what they do with bottles. I feel like the smart option would have been to have a bottle like this where you can just shove the cork all the way down and then pouring something over the top would also seal the edges, but we work with what we got. And I had an empty Yankee candle. I think I might use up this entire candle before. I guess it's good I got a big one. It was the only one they had. Okay, I think I'm doing a good job of sealing it. It doesn't look aesthetically pleasing, but yet we can still make this work. But the seal is waxed. I mean, it's candle wax, so you could for sure just like force it open, but you know, whatever. I've never bought a jar specifically for any, or like, yeah, I've never bought a jar specifically to make a spell jar. They've always been reused, and I think that might be my problem. I definitely need something with a cork, like this thing. But no, I want to be like environmentally conscious and waste not, want not, and all that jazz. Not getting liquid wax everywhere, but I do seem to be getting like little dried chunks everywhere, but we will clean it up. What if I take this semi-melted wax and like, yeah, like caking it on. That is almost certainly not going to stick, but I feel smart about it. It's actually using the semi-solid wax as like and like forcing it on is like kind of working, and I did not expect it to, so that's cool. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that this is not how most people make spell jars. But you know, it's always fun to try new things. Oh, that was too hot wax. That was not semi-solid. That was just hot wax. That's okay. It's like, I don't think you can do anything like vaguely arts and craftsy without getting burned, because almost everything uses hot glue, and even when it doesn't, the spirit of the hot glue is there. In this case, the hot wax. Is it offensive to refer to a spell jar as arts and crafts? If it is, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be offensive. Does seem like I'm not running out of wax, so that's good. I was a little worried that when the wax was not melting as quickly as I wanted it to. None of my wax seals have looked good, but dare I say this is the worst one yet? Do I just like keep layering on wax until it doesn't look like I've smushed it on with my fingers? That appears to be what my body is doing, so sure. Oh dear. It appears that the burnt sides of the candle get mixed into the wax, so can I clean it off a little bit without burning my fingers in the fire? Only one way to find out, I suppose. As the ash or soot or whatever mixes in, it is starting to, I guess that kind of gives it like an old, like a haunted vibe. Like I didn't make it, I found it in like some old house, and it's like hundreds of years old. I can vibe with that. I'll go over the seals a little bit more. But I'm proud of myself for covering the top all the way, because I didn't think I was gonna be able to do that. She is messy, but she's kind. She is good, but she lies. She's the spell jar, by the way. I want to smooth out the top. Now I'm getting too into the aesthetics, and I'm gonna be mad at myself, but I'm like, what good is a jar that can bring you happiness if it's not aesthetically pleasing? Okay, I've got to be done now, or I'm never gonna finish, because I'm gonna be up all night and burn through this entire candle trying to make the wax look just right. It's funny, when I make stuff for this video, I go to different websites to find like what other people put in their spell jars and why, and then I do that. But a lot of times I'll see pictures of other people's spell jars, and I think I am more committed to actually sealing the bottle than other people. Because I kind of think, and this is just a guess, again, I am not pagan, it seems more of a symbolic thing to seal it, so it doesn't look like a bunch of other people feel the need to like have the wax on so that you physically cannot open the bottle. I hope this jar makes me happy. I hope at some point it will stop having little pieces of wax fall off of it. If you followed along at home and made a spell jar along with me, I hope this made you happy too. And I hope that by the time you guys are watching this, I am having a fun time in the UK. It'll be my first time out of the country by myself, so blah. But yeah, Thank you so much for watching. Bye!